On the ground, it's Cobb. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Cobb. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Shotgun snap on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. He'll try to do it himself. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll take it on the return. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Now on the move. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Brown wants to pass. Complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The run inside. It's Washington. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Cobb. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Brown will throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the... It'll come out to the 20. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Headed for the corner, it's Durham. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Escapes the pressure to his right. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Jukes his way for more. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now. Rams him with the stiff arm. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds and the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Brown will throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will field this in his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Picks up the first down. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level...
Going for the big play. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Appalachian State taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Mountaineers with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. To the air, it's Levitt. Under fire.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Got enough for the first. Flying down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Brown wants to pass. Under fire. And they got it.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Nestled just inside that right upright. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Makes the grab. It's Durham. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Harris. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Here's Lewis to throw. Going long. He's got it at the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Is ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. will throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kane. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Firing deep. Upstairs he's got it. Turning it on. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On the move, he fires. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to pass. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Might be changing the route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He rifles one deep to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The give to Caden Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throwing, Lewis. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And And this offense knew down the stretch, man, they were going to have to make some big plays, and that was just what they needed. They take the deep shot. First of all, I love the QB, man. I love him reading it, staying patient in the pocket, seeing the shot down the field, waiting for it to develop. Palmer throws the strike, and they got the lead in this football game.
And he goes to his difference maker and receiver to come up with that touchdown, right? With the game on the line, you've got to have confidence that your guy's going to be able to make a play against the defender deep down the field late in the game, and that is exactly what happened. Two guys who've spent lots of time in the offseason throwing to one another, and it pays off big for the man.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown will throw it. Quickly complete.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Kane. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Immediately. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a give to Durham. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Scanning the field, it's Levin. Flips it out on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Inside, it's Washington. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's got his man. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Brown wants to pass. Quickly complete. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Looking to throw again. Uncorks it. Caught. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Exceptional footwork to stay in bounds, and just a little bit better, and he could have scored.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance or gets the speed going upfield a little bit more, he might get into the end zone, but just kind of ran out of space over there on that sideline.
Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rushes on him. They're working that left side. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? That's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Handoff to the single running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, then they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Levitt. Got his man in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Boy, you complete a pass like that, Jesse, get into plus territory, and now the defense starts feeling the heat.
And in these situations, coaches always tell their quarterback, just get a completion, get the drive going so we can get some momentum, put the defense on their heels as we try to move into field goal range.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They boot it away. Her field, this one in tight quarters. And the returner will be dragged down. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Running inside, it's Cobb. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Brown will throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field shrinking is harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. There's some room. Got enough space. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front, and he's able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.